Alright, this is definitely gonna take a while. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen. But we're gonna get some shit done. We got some wood. We got some stuff going on here. We got some random cuts of fucking wood. Alright. But we're gonna make a table. Or at the very least, we're gonna make the best table we can make with this bullshit. Let's get started, dude. I gotta try to reset this up. Actually, this might work better this way. Just set it up like that. Shroud of film in front of it, I guess. That's gonna be the best thing I can think to do. So, this board is already kind of fucked up. I don't really do this a lot, but it goes down to here. So, we're gonna mark it. Now we're gonna go ahead. This is gonna be the height of our table, by the way. I am not trying to do too much planning here. These are scrap pieces of wood. So we're gonna get the height. This honestly might be like a multi-day build thing. Just from the bullshit that I have to deal with. Let's go ahead and set the jigsaw up. And just get in there. Just hang out here. Come here, blades. Really liking these. Fucking stay, guy. This is why we're building a table. It does not need to be perfect, but I will say I've used this one a couple of times. It's actually pretty nice. Hopefully everyone can see that. I'm not looking to make sure you can. If you can't, I'll just fucking tell you, dude. It's the Extra Clean Wood Blade by Bosch. That's the teeth on it. Yep, it's in there. Alright, now that we have a good now that I'm looking at it, it's still cracking like down in there. Looking at it from right here, goes down to about right there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make a new mark on it, and that's gonna be the new height of the table. It's gonna be a short one, but it's gonna get the job done. Oh, that's why it cracked into the knot. Like right here is where it really stops. But you can see like it cracked through the knot. That's crazy, dude. The less cracks in your shit, the longer it lasts, right? That's the logic I'm going with here. Seems like pretty decent logic to me. Good thing I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with this goddamn camera shit. Damn, boy. Dead off there. Dude, you gotta be shitting me. This is fucking stupid. Let's just set it over here out the fucking way. Fuck, man, I gotta get a camera. Fucking hate using my phone. This ain't good enough. Where am I at? I'm over here. So let's just, yeah, good the fucking up, dude. This is gonna be height of the table. Seems like a very fairly good height to me. Let's go ahead and get these things measured, marked. We are looking at 24 3/4 of it. Why does that almost sound like a standard height or something? Yeah. Measure twice. Oh, stack that up. Close fucking enough, right? We don't do that. We don't do that. We're gonna get it. Yeah. Now I know to cut on the right side of that line. And that'll be where I need to get that perfectly. Jesus, it's extra clean. Where's my cut? Where's my blue line? Okay, so I didn't do that. I'm gonna have to clean that up. For a second, I thought I did that. Well, I don't see my blue line. My blue line's down here. You know, this is 1. This is 2, 3. We need 4 legs. You don't need 4 legs. You don't need 4 legs. You're just gonna have to build some more bones. Only got enough for 3. Again, cut on the right side of that line. Now it's on the left. You know, sometimes you just gotta start. By the way, in case anyone was wondering, I have the oscillation barely set. That's why I was telling Josh to make sure he plays with that. Because if you keep it on 0, your cuts, I don't know. It's hard to explain. They don't, like, you see the frillies on here? If you keep it on 0, there's more. But if you put it on 2, you're likely to fuck your cut up. Because if you put it on 2, that's when it actually starts. I don't know if you guys can even see it, but it's not moving in a straight up and down. It's actually like doing like this little number, and then when you put it on 3, you can see it even more. But then you go down to 0, straight up and down, right? That's why I keep it on 1, at least for this project. Certain projects you want straight up and down, and certain projects doesn't fucking matter, dude. You're just cutting shit, so just get through that son of a bitch, you know what I mean? So for this project, I'm keeping it on 1. Less sanding is the way I'm looking at it. Like I don't know, like yeah, I can get it some of it with my fingers, but less sanding. 1, that's 2. Check height on something kind of level. It takes a plane or 2 to do all that. When the time comes, let's go ahead and cut this. Alright. Here we have something. We have something. Closer. What we'll do. Plane these to that height. This is going to be our height stick. These 2 go with that. You're going to be in the center. Really, I need to get everything like this. Yeah, I need to get everything to this height. That would be the smallest plate. But I can't use this side. This side. Mirror. I just did all that for pretty much no fucking reason. I'm taking the worst side off of this. We're going to peel you down. Straight across. Yeah. Yeah, I couldn't really talk right there. Doing bullshit. But anyway, that's my line. Arrow indicates the side of the line I need to cut on to get the appropriate height. That's really all we're doing. Yeah, and that'll give us the appropriate height. Everything will be even at that point. And then I can either, I think I'm just going to use this as a centerpiece. Like, the more I keep thinking about it, it's the only thing that makes sense. Just so that way I don't wind up throwing it away. I can actually use it. It's like the center point for the tabletop. and then these can just be support on either side. Because I only have 3 of these. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So that it gives me a couple of ideas. Definitely gives me a couple of ideas. Centerpiece. Yeah, I'm not doing this with paper. I'm just thinking, by the way. So keep that in mind. Make sure that fucking thing, yeah, it's still recording. Alright, maybe some water while I'm at it. That's it. Yeah. Alright, let's do that again. Rinse and fucking repeat. You can always just measure this, but yeah. No, I didn't do that first. Whatever I didn't do first, I should do this one. So we'll just do it that side. Go down about 2 little clicks by the game. That line specifically. I'm just going to cut it. Have them sit down. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Did you curve on me, you bitch? Well, we're trying to curve on me. Yeah, for those that did not understand that, I tried that curve on me. Out of the way. Yeah, that worked. Do that to you yet? Yeah. You here. You. You here. But you saw that? No, there's no way. Actually, there. Yeah, there we go. All right. Not forever, but at least for a little while. Let's get the layout. Let's get how it's going to be connected together. So I've got a few scraps. Just need to figure out the length of the table top. The length of the table top is definitely going to determine what I'm doing. thing is curved. That might help us out. Sometimes that helps. Not every time, but sometimes that helps. Let's figure out how far, and then we have to figure out how to connect that going around. That's another thing. It's not like I have a lot. All I have is that. And then I've got random little scrap pieces that I want to get. But I do have that. I can figure out that. That might be right here. And then just build it from the ground up. The top's just going to have to wait and be cut to length whenever I'm done building the frame of it, which is perfectly fine. That's perfectly fucking fine. Let's grab you. Let's see. That's not bad. I mean, that's a fairly decent length. It's just, I have to have 3 cuts out of this that link it together. I could honestly just cut it at 18 and a half, I think. Because you see, it's not fucking straight. Like, at all. It's straight down here, though. Like, move my fucking hand out the way. It's straight down here. It's just, you know, fucked off over here. So I can take it at 18 and a half, and that'll just be good enough. I gotta get a fucking camera. Hey, come here, marker. So now, remember earlier when I said for this project I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to leave it. Let me turn you that way so you can see. I'm just going to leave it on 1 and try to cut this whole bullshit ass cut. Bad. Definitely not the fucking straightest cut I've ever made. Probably should have did that with a circ saw. I just don't feel like going to the closet. But it really, it's okay. I'm okay with this. If I wasn't okay with it, I would shave it like I did before. I'm okay with it. Because it's just linking this to this. That's all it's going to be. Now let's figure out how to evenly cut this. What do we got? What do we got? We got shit. It's supposed to be a 2x6. We got 5.5. Okay, well, I'm not a goddamn mathematician, but if I cut it there, there, and there, that gives me 3. I'm okay with that. I'm honestly okay with that. I want to show you guys this. This is actually pretty cool. So, on this, oh shit, you fell.